Hello, I am Mike of Love Dice, and this is the Kerbal Space Program, and I'm playing through scenarios from which is the 1.2 point, 1.2, 1.1.2. I was playing around really. After my rather embarrassing thing with the Mun rover, not realizing the brakes were on this. I'm going to play with Exploring Gilly. What's the best place to try the new Moon Scoot 3000 Gilly? Gilly being the smallest moon in the Kerbal solar system, and thus, as I was expecting, I was expecting this is a hopper. Oh, with an ion engine. Ooh. So we've got a docking port. We've got a Kerbal. This is presumably the craft she came in on. That's quite pretty, I like that. So I suspect... Wow. So even with a tiny ion engine, Gilly is such a tiny potato. Oh, wow. The Voul's Jern Kerman rover, okay. Oh, that's slow. Oh yes, I forgot a thing about Gilly. There's a huge disconnect between where the map thinks Gilly is and where the actual game thinks, or the main view thinks Gilly is. So the map thinks I am hugely above the surface of Gilly, which is not the case. So even with this is this is literally the smallest away. I've just given. I presume this is Valentina. Oh, this is Wilksy coming. Hello. I gave Wilksy like the smallest amount of thrust it is possible to give, and it's just going straight up. So this is going to be mun hopping on slow motion. Whoa. Oh, and that's a problem. Oh, I see. I'm trying to get the controls working the way I expect them to do. Let's try control from here. No, that's a terrible thing. That's a terrible idea. This is actually going to be quite tough. Okay. I don't know why I'm panicking. It's like 4 meters. Oh, 4 meters a second. Oh, actually, yeah. Go by surface mode, not by not by orbit mode. So this is quite a neat little thing. So it's going to be how much xenon gas this thing's got. There's also some RCS, which I would assume you would only want in serious emergencies. Because on Gilly, given this is that's literally me hitting shift once and I'm going up. And then I've stopped already, so I've already kind of gone up quite a bit. So I can pretty much go immediately. Oh, even going... Okay, going sideways, interestingly, going sideways is harder than going up. There we go, an actual burst of speed there. So largely this is going to be using the xenon gas. So I'm not going to be using very much of it, I suspect. And so we've got some monoprop on here, and we've also got the EVA propellant in, who's this, Wilksey? In Wilksey's, oh, this is, oh, that's going to take some getting used to. In Wilksey's suit. Everything is just such slow motion. The difficulty I'm having with the controls is that, okay, W and S I can kind of get behind. Right, so that's W and that's S. Well, that was a mistake. But A and D, and I can understand why they did this, but that's A, and here's D. And then, okay, so it's kind of like an aeroplane, I guess. So that this is Q and D I'm doing in a minute. Q and E. So it's kind of like an airplane, I suppose. And kill our forward velocity. It's actually rather a neat little thing. Right, I'm just going to set that as our target so I can. There you go. That way it's going to be hard to get lost. But the slightest touch of the controls. I dread to think what actually using the RCS would do. Maybe just should try that. To see what happens. But I could very easily end up in orbit without meaning to. And of course, the map thinks I'm already in orbit. Whoa! There was a quick burst of full for no, just a... I'm using some EVA propellant, that's interesting. So yeah, a very brief burst at full and I'm already zooming up into the atmosphere. Well, I'd say atmosphere, but Gilly doesn't really have one of those. Right, have we gone far enough? Let's put the RCS on. You can see the RCS has much more of an effect. And that was going to land. What can I do from here? Alright, if we turn off RCS, we turn off SAS. We're much more likely to actually land. Yeah, it's having difficulty fully landing it, so I want to take a surface sample. A surface sample can't be done right now. Because basically it's not... let's put the SAS back on. Even just by turning it, Gilly's gravity is so low. It's very unsure about when I've landed. Oh, now we are, okay. Really broken things now. surface sample. Not that I get any science for it, obviously. Surface goes away easily, and you have a hard time keeping the sample in the container due to the low gravity. Right, I'm going to see if I can't get myself back. Let's turn SAS back on. And we're going to use RCS to move forwards. If I can remember how to do that. That's interesting. The RCS controls for moving forwards, for turning around, also seem to push down, which is obviously not brilliant. Yes, well, actually no, that shouldn't be too much for that. The controls for going downwards are these angled single linear slots. Linear jets. So they don't have the RCS block. So these are placed slightly upwards, pointing slightly upwards. Oh. Let's turn off RCS. And head back. Using the RCS controls, I have a lot more power. But the controls for going left and right also push me downwards, which is a bit irritating. So because of the way the RCS is set up on this, I can't really turn while the RCS is on. There are times I would love to be, there's a thing I would love to be able to do, which is to set a craft and say, use RCS for translation only. Or, you know, yeah, to change when RCS gets used. So it won't get used if you try and turn. It'll only get used if you I was hitting the wrong thing. So yeah, you could set it so it's only being used for translation or whatever. That would be quite handy. Oh. This is not bad, it's not bad. Using quite a lot of monoprop. Oh. Let's slow down entirely. And then land. That's kind of neat. If I needed to go to a lot of biomes, I mean, you could get to all the biomes on Gilly with no problem with a little craft like this. So that's actually kind of neat. And then presumably you'd be able to take off on this thing. The Voul's Journ. Not that it's got a lot of fuel left. But presumably enough. Wow. Did that come in there? I wonder. I don't know. Would that even fit back in there? Getting it back in would be entertaining, I think. If that's where it came from. Oh, Fur Hat Kerman's inside there. Hello. And just imagine, you know, because there is a docking port on there, so theoretically I could fit it back in there, but that'll be involved some very clever flying, I think. So anyway, I think that was a fun little jaunt, and it's a fun little craft. If I was ever going to do a manned mission, a Kerbal mission to Gilly, this is the kind of thing you'd want to take with you and get to lots of different biomes. So there you go. Well, that was fun. Right, thanks so much for watching. If you like, subscribe, enjoy the videos, come visit me at updice.com. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. Links to all of that will be in the video description. And until next time, reach for the stars.